Yeah, I'll react to that, sure.
Landscapes, sweet.
Hey guys, the original link to the video, top of the description. My name is Connor. I'll be your pilot this evening.
Is a travel.
It's not as funny when I say it. I think it's going to be funny. Joyous travels, preemptive like, amazing places to visit in Sweden. Let's go, shall we? My name's Connor from Rhode. I hope you guys are all doing well. Let's watch.
Traveler's Paradise. This country offers such beautiful views, they will astound you. You will find fun for all kinds of tourists and interests while visiting Sweden. You can visit the remains of the Viking period, megalithic monuments, or buildings from medieval times.
Fish?
However, natural paradises are the most attractive places for many visitors. Are you ready to enjoy beautiful coastlines, lovely cities, snow-capped mountains, ski resorts, glaciers, forests, lakes, and the northern lights?
I'm curious where the ski resorts are in Sweden. I'm assuming on the Norwegian-Swedish border, because isn't that where a lot of the mountains are?
Then stay with us and discover the 10 best places to visit in Sweden. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Number 1. Stockholm.
Classic.
Stockholm is the capital and the largest city in Sweden. In Stockholm, you can walk through its antique streets, enjoy its museums, visit its palaces, and visit the 14 islands.
There's so much more freaking character to European cities. I just watched a similar video on Poland. And it's a little, like, American cities are too uniform, okay? They're just this, and then this, and then this, and this, and this, and this, boom, boom, boom. And they lack personality, character, and European cities have that. I'm assuming it's because of the sort of blank slate that American cities were built upon, whereas European cities, much more, I mean, you have to develop long-lasting, more medieval cities into modern cities, and that has forced you to go a different route that I think turned out even better than the Americans who, like, just sandbox moded it.
Enjoy its museums, visit its palaces, and visit the 14 islands that this city has to offer. Are you touring the capital of Sweden for the first time? Then you must take a walk through the old town of Stockholm, called Galmastan. Another activity not to be missed in this city is an excursion to the Stockholm archipelago. There are many options for cruises and guided tours. This trip is one of the favorites of the inhabitants of the capital. We assure you that you will enjoy getting to know all these beautiful islands. A visit to Stockholm would not be complete without exploring the Vasa Museum, the City Hall, the Royal Palace, Drottningholm Palace, ABBA the Museum, and the Skansen Open Air Museum. Number 2. Gothenburg. This city is the second largest and most important in Sweden. It's located on the west coast of the country.
Ooh, that's crazy.
In Sweden. It's located on the west coast.
It reminds me of the coast of Maine. It really does. Very similar, very rocky, just looks cold.
Of the country. In Gothenburg, you can go boating on its canals. You can also take a walk along Evenyen, the city's main shopping boulevard. The Gothenburg archipelago and the coast of Bohuslan are priority destinations.
He created a whirlpool?
Gothenburg archipelago and the...
Look at that. Obviously, he was going around and around, but look at the middle.
Coast of Bohuslan are priority destinations on any trip to Sweden. In the center of Gothenburg, you can visit Liseberg, the largest and most beautiful amusement park in Northern Europe.
No, I don't do roller coasters. If there's like a smaller one that basically is made for children because it's not that scary, I'll get in that line. Right here, I found it. I found it. Look, I found it. That's my kind of roller coaster, okay? That, you know.
It's one of the most popular...
I don't trust it.
...destinations for Swedes in any season of the year. However, it's best to visit in the summer or at Christmas time. In Gothenburg, you can also take a stroll in Slottsskogen Park, the
That was aggressive. You can now take control in
Botanical Garden.
Slottsskogen.
Also take a stroll in Slottsskogen Park, the Botanical Garden, the historic Haga District, the Garden Society, and the Fish Market.
Nice grass.
Number 3, Malmö. Malmö is the third largest city in Sweden and is located in the south of the country.
Cool architecture.
If you're in Malmö, you must see the tallest building in Scandinavia, the Turning Torso.
I didn't know it was the tallest building in Scandinavia. Malmo is oh no, wait, I'm thinking of Gothenburg, I think. Gothenburg. It's like close to the Norwegian border, right? Like where the two tips almost meet. No, not meet, sorry, the
It's a neo-futuristic residential skyscraper and an emblem of this city, located in the West Harbor. Another must-see is the 16th century castle that has the same name as the town, Malmö Castle.
Malmö.
Take a look at Stortorget. Malmö's largest square is also its oldest and was established in the 1540s. Many of the city's big administrative buildings are here, and the headline has to be the City Hall.
Is it pronounced Malmö?
Pilasters,
Malmö?
and carved gables, this fabulous Dutch Renaissance building dates back to the square's first years. You can't visit Malmö without seeing the Öresund Bridge Tunnel. This marvel of engineering connects the city with Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark. If you like green, then you have to visit Slottsskogen and Malmö's oldest park, Kungsparken.
Imagine the amount of time you save on a drive if you don't have that bridge to Denmark. You have to go like all the way up into Finland and then into Russia to Latvia. But I know you probably would have taken a ferry if there wasn't a bridge, but
which was created in 1869. Number 4, Uppsala. Uppsala is a city near Stockholm. It's famous for its academic history and cultural life. Linnaeus Botanical Garden
curious
is a must-see
about the
place
pronunciation,
in Uppsala.
guys. If anyone could correct
It was the first botanical
me or
garden
the
in Sweden.
narrator.
In this city, you must visit the iconic.
I gotta shut up.
Linnaeus Botanical Garden is a must-see place in Uppsala. It was the first botanical garden in Sweden. In this city, you must visit the iconic Gothic cathedral. This is the burial place of Swedish kings. If you're traveling with kids to Uppsala, then Fyrishof is the place that you must visit. It's a vacation park with a recreational area. It's one of the most emblematic places in the city. Wherever you are in Uppsala, you can see the city's dominant castle resting on its hill. It was ordered by Gustav Vasa in the mid-16th century and witnessed some moments of political chicanery that have gone down in history. If you are fascinated by Swedish history, then you will most definitely be captivated by Gamla Uppsala.
Gustavus Adolphus, Chad. Who else? Charles XII went to Turkey to steal the meatballs.
This is one of Sweden's most important historical sites.
Who's the guy that fought against Peter the Great? Was that Charles?
You can explore Kungshergarna, the 3 royal mounds. Number 5, Abisko National Park. Where in Sweden can you observe the Northern Lights? This national park is an ideal place to do it. In Abisko, you can visit the Aurora Sky Station. This place has one of the best facilities to observe this spectacle of nature. In Abisko
For some
National
reason,
Park,
it makes me mad that, or kind of upset that Sweden doesn't border the Arctic. Like, Norway has to, like, kind of like Croatia does to Bosnia. Or, Italy almost does to Slovenia. But, like, Norway has to, like, go all the way over the top. It's like you couldn't give Sweden... I'm not saying it'd be hugely important, but just... I wish that Finland, Sweden, and Norway all had an Arctic coast.
you can find the Abisko-Dalen Valley, protected with mountain birch trees.
Birch
There
tree
is
is
also
beautiful.
the amazing and simply beautiful Njula Mountain that is famous for its abundance of flowers. Moreover, you can enjoy Abisko-Yok, which goes via the long valley to the stunning canyon. Abisko
Sweden
National
has some
Park is crossed
beautiful
by several
wilderness.
different tracks and nature trails. This park is an important conservation area for many species of animals. It represents one of the last largest wilderness areas in Europe. Number 6. Lapland.
The north,
Are you
right?
interested in learning about Sami culture? This province is home to some of the members of these indigenous people. The Sami people are spread throughout this region, shared by Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Russia. Lapland is the perfect place to observe the Northern Lights. Sweden's famous ice hotel is located in this region of the country. This place is functional between the end of December and the beginning of April. If you visit Uoka Survey during that time of the year, don't hesitate to stay in this curious hotel. Number 7. Birka. Any tourist interested in the Vikings should visit the town of Birka, located on the island of Bjorke, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here you can walk among Viking houses and experience how the Vikings lived in the city when it was at its peak. Located in Birka is the Ansgar Cross in honor of the missionary who brought Christianity to Sweden in the 9th century. You cannot leave this place without taking a selfie with this famous cross.
Why is it when I think of Vikings, I think of Denmark? When obviously Sweden and Norway both had that culture. I don't know why. My mind just goes to Denmark when I think of Vikings.
We recommend you travel in July when Birka Viking Week is celebrated. Number 8. Kungsleden. This trail is one of the best known in the world and perhaps the easiest to walk. It extends from Abisko in Swedish Lapland to Hamavan. It's 400 kilometers long and was created in the early 19th century. As you walk through it, you will notice the striking variation in scenery. First, you will get alpine Lapland scenery, then birch forests and crystal clear lakes. All this is surrounded by small villages and mountain peaks. If you love hiking, you can't miss this beautiful trail. Number 9. Lake Vättern.
Swedish nature
Sweden
is
is
no
a
joke.
land full of lakes, almost 100,000 of them. However, many tourists say that Lake Vättern is the most picturesque. Many locals also prefer it. A visit to this lake gives you an idea. Many locals also prefer it. A visit to this lake gives you an idea of the beauty and tranquility that you can feel in any of these Scandinavian destinations. Take a trip with the steamboat from 1892, Trafik. You can do round trips on the lake or take a day trip to island Visingsö, or cross the lake to Vadstena or Hasseltholmen. If you decide to visit this lake, you must visit the famous town of Ha, located on the western shore. With its wooden constructions, this place retains the charm of old Sweden. Number 10. Åles Stenar.
Is that a fish?
Facing the Baltic Sea,
Giant
near the
herring?
fishing village of Kasabega, you can visit the megalithic ensemble known as Åles Stenar. This monument is a set of 59 large stones placed in a row, which form a ship of 67 meters long.
Oh, a ship. Okay,
It's
I thought it
related
was
to a
fish.
Viking king called Ole the Strong. However, experts say
Oh,
it
really?
had funerary use. Other researchers say that it was built to be used as a calendar. All we have to do is look at its strategic position with the sun.
What if they use it as like a nice template for shipbuilding? So that like they know like, hey, this is just line the wood on the outside of this thing or something, or on the inside. Probably not.
Sweden is a charming and beautiful Scandinavian country with thousands of coastal islands and inland lakes, along with lush forests and picturesque mountainscapes. Sweden's ancient history magically
Opa.
blends with its natural beauty. So what are you waiting for? Sweden is waiting for you. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and click subscribe. Thanks for watching.
That was cool. That was even better than the Poland one, I think. It had a lot more natural beauty, I think. Why am I surprised? I mean, you have an enormous amount of land and a lot of sparsely populated. So you're going to have some great wilderness, which you definitely do. Love you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Would appreciate any answers to any of the questions I had, or any comments in general. Would love for you to like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you next video. Bye, guys.